Continuing further, Chapter 11 in SOLIDWORKS 2015, we're going to do the Radial Explode. So we're going to go to File and open up our fan assembly. So in Chapter 11, find the fan assembly. Now, I tried this once and I got some error message. We're going to say use file anyway. I have a feeling, and I'm going to hit rebuild. We did not get the uncompleted version of this, and there's some errors. So if yours gets the same errors, just follow along. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to open up these mates, and I'm just going to delete these mates so that we don't have all of this red. And for what we're doing, that doesn't matter. The other thing I need to delete is the derived patterns, because this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to delete them, and then we can start from scratch and complete the lesson. So we have two parts in here. We have a flathead screw and a socket head cap screw that we're going to do a derived pattern. Let me just see what happens if I delete this. Okay, so we got all our error messages cleared up. So we're going to create the first pattern driven, and we're going to under linear component, we're going to go pattern driven component, and then we're going to select our, expand this and select our flathead screw. And for the driving feature of components, we're going to then select one of these features. Oops. Let me clear that. So we've got our flathead screw, and then we're going to select our feature, and I think we're good to go. So you'll see that it populates all of those holes with one of those screws, so we don't need to. In past assemblies, we've brought a bunch of screws in and mated each one. In this case, we bring one in and have it be driven by the pattern that's already on the part. We're going to repeat that process to hopefully help us remember it. So we're going to go once again to pattern driven component. In this case, we're going to select our socket head cap screw, and oops, let me just delete that. Make sure you don't have anything else selected. We want this, and then down in this box we're going to click and select this for our pattern, and again we've populated those. So we've basically deleted these two features and put them back in again so that we know how to do it. Alright, in addition, we're going to learn how to create a different type of exploded view, and this is going to be a radial exploded view. So to get a radial exploded view, we're going to go to Exploded View, select this option, which is Radial. We're going to select our flathead screw, but we need to actually select every one of them. So we need to come in here and select, oops, delete that, I don't want that. Delete that. Make sure we're just getting the screws. And we're going to go around. Oops. My computer's running slowly here. Once we've got all these selected, we're just going to grab our arrow till our value is in here somewhere, and that takes care of that. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with our socket head cap screws. So we're going to come in here and select every one of those. a little easier to access. And once we have those selected, I'm going to pull those out as well. And when we hit OK, if we go in here, we're going to go to the front view. Let's take a look at it so it looks like theirs. I guess mine are a little tighter. And we're going to switch to the configuration manager here and expand, and we're going to double click on, oops. Okay, under the configurations manager, if you expand the default assembly, we can take a look at our exploded view, or so we should be able to switch back and forth between our exploded view and the default. So we double click on exploded view 1 and they're in, double click on exploded view 2 and all of our fasteners are out. So we're just going to do a save as and put your last name on it, and we'll move on to the next one.